So why do so many of you get so excited and want to listen to all the wackos out there spewing craziness on YouTube and the other places? Really, like, what's the point and what value does it give for you? We have to start noticing the difference between what we want and what we really believe and be realistic about that so that we don't make bad decisions in our lives. My name's Adam Kahn, and I'm the Rational Investor, for those of you who don't know. So let's talk about this a bit. The dollar's going to zero, the Bitcoin's going to a million, rents are going to collapse, housing's going to collapse, the stock market's going to collapse, so on and so on and so on. Well, why don't you go out to your local supermarket, your Costco, your malls, your restaurants, wherever you want to go, and take a look around and see if it looks like it's going to collapse or if it looks like business as usual, while the news is making it super scary, and recognize the wants versus the reality. Do you really think rents are going to fall in half? And if so, why? Or is it more that you're hoping that they fall because it would make it more affordable and we would all like things to be more affordable? My goal for everybody on the channel is to get you to invest, not to scare you out of it. So I don't want to tell you the sky is falling and that this is collapsing and so on and so forth. I'd rather see you save your $10 instead of going to Starbucks, or here I am at Paris Baguette Boulangerie in California enjoying my coffee saying save your money. But really, everywhere you go, if you could think a little bit and save $10 or $20 a day, I mean, $20 a day, 360 days a year is $7,200. If you could put that away for 10 or 20 years, it's $72,000 with no interest or anything over 2 years. I'm sorry, over a year. And over 2 years, you're at 140, 150 grand. I think that puts you in a much better position than allowing the people who are telling you everything's going to collapse make you think that that's accurate to where you stop saving. Invest in a house, invest in stocks, invest in everything. Just save money and put away for the day when your body doesn't feel the way it does now and work gets tougher and tougher, so that you're in the position that if you need a little time or you need a break, that you can do it. And if you even get to the point where you can make your money work for you and help to pay bills, you might put yourself in the position that you can live a normal life without stressing too much. I mean, my God, now that the rates have gone back up, you can actually get 5% in a CD. Now, remember, I'll repeat the silliness that I feel I need to. I'm not a financial planner, I'm not an accountant, and I'm not a lawyer. Please use the information on my channel for entertainment purposes only, and reach out to your financial planner for any financial decisions you make. I don't want you following me. I've made plenty of mistakes through my life when I talk about some of the trades on the channel, like if I'm talking about my Rivian trade. I sure don't want people taking too much risk in that. And even the posts that get the most views of the markets flying around, like the NASDAQ futures, unless somebody's in a position where they can really afford to take that kind of risk, I wouldn't want anybody trading NASDAQ futures or anything else. Now, at the same time, if you're in the position you don't know where to go, I do use a financial planner, but I think it's phenomenal. I'm happy to share his information with anybody who wants. It's not a joke. It is not me. I'm not a financial planner for real. But I have somebody I use who I trust implicitly, who does a fantastic job. He used to trade at the Chicago board, the board, not the board of trade. He traded at the options exchange out there when I was trading at the mercantile exchange. So he was trading stock options when I was trading currency futures. And after moving on, he went into financial planning when I bounced around and done a bunch of things, like owning restaurants. Now I help with financing and everything else, which gives me to one of the people I was listening to as to why I say this. He has this wonderful video about how the banks have stopped lending since the bank collapsed. Now, I can tell you, I do lending as a mortgage officer, and I'm director of loan operations at my company, so I'm in charge of all the loan officers. And no, the banks have not stopped lending. Now, they've been tightening up their requirements for the past year or so, having nothing to do with what happened at the banks. And since then, nothing has changed. So we just need to make sure people are qualified. So if the loans have dropped, well, yeah, that's possible because interest rates went up and it changed the dynamics as well. But that doesn't mean anybody's stopped lending or changed the requirements in order to lend. You just have to qualify. Now, I also see the other ones where people get really worked up that, oh, my client could afford a $500,000 home last year, but they can only afford 350 this year. Again, I'm sorry about that, but the market today is always the market today. I wouldn't worry about where it was yesterday and what I could have afforded in the past. Because if it never goes back there, well, now I've just given really bad advice to somebody of be a renter for the rest of your life. And that is not what I would want for people. Really, I would want them to own their homes. I would want them to own stocks. I would want them to own bonds. And maybe they should have some gold. And maybe they should have some crypto if that's what they're into, or whatever else that they see the value. My God, I like baseball cards. Well, whatever. I mean, it's still an investment. It makes a little bit of fun. If you can spread out and it's something that's a little bit different that you enjoy, I don't care if it's artwork or purses or anything that continues to go up in value. Some people like automobiles, if you have a good knowledge of that. But put $10 or $20 away, or 30 or 40 every day, and just keep putting away and putting away and putting away, and let the rest of it be noise. You know, it doesn't matter if the housing market goes down; you still want to own your house. I just don't see the value of scaring everybody out of these markets, telling them that the dollar is worthless. Now, I guess if the value is building your YouTube channel, that's about the value because I see the comments and I see how excited people get and I see how many views it gets. Unfortunately, I think these people are doing a disservice to the people watching the videos because they're encouraging them not to save. They're scaring them out of markets and it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry that those are the channels that get the viewership and the subscribers and everything else. It's really awful if that's the way the system works, and I don't mean that against YouTube. I mean the system, like the bigger system. I totally get why YouTube system works that way. If that's what drives the views, well, their system's going to pick that up and drive that business. I think it's sad that what drives the views is people scaring you. So don't be so scared. Just keep it within limits and keep putting away and don't watch so much. You know, if you put away $100 every day, if you're in that position, and it amounts to a really large number that you're uncomfortable with, don't watch. You know, what I used to do is I would buy the stock because I'm the same way. When it goes up and down, whatever, when it goes down, I get really worried and it concerns me. So what I started doing is I would ask the brokerage company to give me the stock certificate because then I wouldn't even see the ups and downs, and I would throw that in a drawer or safe deposit box or hide it away from me. And I'd stop watching for that exact reason. If that's your personality, that when it goes down you get nervous or it scares you out, you can ask those things. They're really shocked and they might even charge for the certificate or whatever they do to fight you on it. But if that's what you need to do so that you don't sell when the markets get scared, well, that's what you do. Um, anyway, like I said, I mean, I get sad when I watch some of those that really scare everybody away. And it's kind of funny that the posts that I put up are the shorts of the markets flying around get the most views because it's just kind of silly, but it's fun. Um, I'll post the one for the open of the NASDAQ in a little bit. Again, my name is Adam Kahn. I'm the Rational Investor, not a financial planner. Please reach out to your financial planners for any financial decisions.